For the end of the 2017-18 Tropical Cyclone Australian season, welcome to another update via the Force 13's Australia Oceania channel for the 30th of April 2018. Bureau Meteorology has now finalised, or I should say issued, their last 3-day tropical cyclone outlook, and the reporting will recommence on the 1st of November. This is the life of tropical cyclone Flamboyan. Joint Typhoon Warning Centre has the cyclone located 857 nautical miles east-southeast of Diego Garcia, tracking southwest at 611 knots over the past 6 hours. Animated and enhanced infrared satellite imagery shows consolidated but pulsating convection around the low-level circulation of tropical Cyclone 21S. 37 gigahertz microwave image showing the deepest convection is to the south of the centre. The initial intensity of 50 knots. And the system is tracking southwest around the western edge of the subtropical ridge located to the southeast. Upper level analysis reveals a moderate 15 to 20 knot vertical wind shear, no equatorward outflow, strong poleward outflow. Sea surface temperatures remain favourable near 27 degrees Celsius. The combination of these factors will allow 21S to maintain an intensity of 50 knots over the next 36 hours. This is the latest satellite imagery via the Joint Typhoon Warning Centre. However, after 36 hours, the system will gradually weaken before dissipating within 96 hours. It will then round the western edge of the steering ridge within 36 hours as the track transitions from southwest to southward and then finally southeast. Here's the NOAA floaters on the tropical cyclone. Dynamic model guidance is in good agreement with the exception of one which maintains a southwesterly track. However, there is high confidence in the Joint Typhoon Warning Centre's forecast track, and the wave height has dropped from, I think it was 23 feet to 20 feet. That's the latest from the Joint Typhoon Warning Centre. And here's a look at the sea surface temperature. Anything below 26 Celsius, the systems will die. EPS track guidance, and it could deepen into the low 990s, which will most likely make it subtropical to the south of WA. And the yellow track, which I think is the Canadian, shows it coming in towards South Australia. Upper level divergence remains a very healthy 40 knots. Wind shear favourable is the green, neutral is the yellow, red is unfavourable. So wind shear really not an issue, but as it tracks south, it'll become more hostile. 24-hour shear tendency And the right unbroken line shows wind shear increasing. The 850 millibar vorticity. It looks like there's a deep low pressure system to the south of WA. Yeah, 992 millibar low near 48 south 116, and it's expected to drop to 984. Pressure, wind speed in knots. Clockwise winds within 240 nautical miles of two lows. The second low is located near 50 south 108 east. Now we look at the Canadian model, their track. The GFS is experimenting with a new model, the FVS, the Navy's NavGem. And the NavGem has it closer to the southern tip of WA, the NCEP. The intensity scale is the circle's bottom right hand side of the screen, and the sea surface temperature is the scale along the 3/4 of the right hand side. The February 8 satellite view, it's the rainbow imagery. The Navy's NavGem, this is the average precipitation rate, pressure, the GFS, total accumulated precipitation for the Indian Ocean region. And we look at the total accumulated precipitation. So with the end of April, could we see a tropical cyclone either in the South Indian Ocean, Arafura Sea, Coral Sea, or let's say east of New Caledonia? Joint Typhoon Warning Centre's current chart showing the intensity and the future track. And what's making the local weather news? It's very quiet. And this is another view of a live streaming webcam at Point Danger, or let's say the mouth of the Tweed River. Very sharp picture. For the remainder of Monday, strong wind warning here in Queensland, Capricornia, right down to the Gold Coast waters, excluding both Harvey Bay and Moreton Bay, and one over the New South Wales Queensland border has been cancelled, the Byron Coast. And further south to the state of Tasmania, strong wind warning for the rest of today. Bank Strait, Frankness South, the southeast southwest coast, and the southwest lakes warning has been cancelled. look at the Bureau of Meteorology's 12-hourly rainfall. The rainfall scale, right hand side of the screen. This is across the forecast period. And you can definitely see the forward motion, so it looks like it's going to be the northwest, western coastal region of Tasmania. Looks like the South Gippsland area of Victoria into southern New South Wales area south from the Queensland New South Wales border. Again, the tropical North Queensland coast. Total forecast of rain, and you can clearly see how the picture changes. It looks like for the west coast a bit of blue, which is around 150 millimeters. If you'd like to get in contact with me, here's my email address, and finally the contact details from Nathan.
You can follow Force 13's outlets, the website force13.com, which has had a revamp and is still under reconstruction, but take a look. Also YouTube, of course, if you haven't subscribed, that might be a good idea. Visit Force 13. We're also on Facebook under the same name, of course, and you can like us on there, and you can also follow us on Twitter. Search Force 13, all in text for those. You can also add Force 13 on Skype or my personal account on Discord, Fool13, at extension 9094.